What's up, guys? Coach Vassar. We are talking about audio daily beats. This is for October 2nd, 2024. And this is one that is not going to repeat in the month. This is a specialty workout known as Drop It Like a Squat. And this is also on National Leg Day, supposedly. So let's kind of break it down and talk about it. As always, if you find value in these, information is in the description on how you could buy me a coffee. Appreciate everyone who has sent money in the past. Once again, no obligation, but I greatly appreciate that and everything. So let's kind of do a little overview of everything, break down what's happened on the 2G, talk about any differences in the 3G, and then go from there. So, like I said, this is a specialty workout. It is National Leg Day, and they're going to celebrate it with Drop It Like a Squat, where you drop it low and get your heart rate high in this fun specialty workout. On the treads, we're going to see power using a mix of all outs and 15-second surges. For the rower, in the 2G, you have the choice of either a squat or a upper body exercise. Then you hop on your rower to keep your heart rate elevated. And on the floor, this workout is Drop It Like a Squat, so expect a variety of squats to challenge the lower body. When we look at the treads, we are going to see a total of 5 blocks, where blocks 1, 3, and 5 are repeats, and then blocks 2 and 4 are repeats of those. It's completely power throughout. You have 1-minute transitions between the blocks. Blocks 1, we are going to see decrease in all outs with a fixed duration of a walk recovery. So we're going to start with a 1-minute all out, 30-second walk recovery. Then the all out goes down to 45, 30, and then eventually 15 seconds. There's always 30-second walk recovery in between. And then when we look at block 2, it's a 3-minute block. The goal is to hold a push intensity, and then you're gonna bump it up for 15 seconds before you drop it back down. Now the call out is it's a 30-second push and then a 15-second speed surge. Look at the big picture for this one, and it's gonna be more of like a, hey, let's use a 3-minute push and then bump it up for 15 seconds and come back to that 3-minute push. If people try to stick with a 30-second push and then try to bump up and come back, that might be pretty aggressive. So I would have, they say power walkers 8% or greater the entire time. 3-minute pushes, generally power walkers are gonna be about 5%, because the intention here is for not only the joggers and runners, but also power walkers to increase speed during the surge and then come back down to it. So the template says power walkers at 8% for this 30-second push, but personally I would put them at a normal 3-minute push incline. So that's usually 4 or 5% depending on the template. And then have them, increase speed and dial it back. And then joggers and runners probably start about 1 to even, about maybe half a mile to maybe 1 mile over their base. And then bump it up, anywhere from 0.1 to 0.3 to 0.5, and then pull back the entire time. And with those small jumps up, they'll notice heart rate will gradually increase as well. And by they get to the 4th surge, which is their last one, that surge might make them feel very uncomfortable, and then they will look forward to that 90-second walk recovery on the other side. Blocks 2 and 4 are doing the same thing, and like I said, blocks 1, 3, and 5 are the same thing. With these repeat efforts, I like to give people the heads up ahead of time of like, hey, these blocks are the same. Now, even though they're the same, you don't have to perform the same. So what you did for the all outs in block 1, if you want to stick to those in blocks 3 and 5, great. If you realize that those weren't the all outs that you needed to be successful, make those adjustments, whether that's go up, go down, change it how you need to. Same thing with the 2nd and 4th block with the surges. Maybe the 3-minute push that they used just wasn't that aggressive. Maybe they start a little bit faster. Maybe their surges are bigger. There's many different ways to kind of, fidget around with the numbers to get, the most out of it for the members. People bikes and strides, all outs and recoveries, 6 gears over base, and then gear 5 or less during the recoveries. Pretty simple. Ideally, wattage increases as the duration shortens up. And then with the surges, same idea. Maybe they hold their push gears about 3 over, and then they increase RPMs for 15 seconds before they pull back RPMs. They could also maybe add 1 to 2 gears and then pull back. There's no specific call outs in the daily beat for the bikes and striders on this one. When we look at the floor and the rower, they're going to be going back and forth. So between blocks 1, 3, and 5, those are going to be at the floor, and they're labeled as, of course, as block 1, block 2, and block 3. Blocks 2 and 4, those are going to be at the rower, row block 1, row block 2. So one thing to be aware of is they are using dumbbells at the rower today. So definitely have members grab those, take them over to the rower, and use that over there. When we look at block 1, these are going to be timed with similar timing to the weight floor or to the treadmills. So in block 1, they're going to have rep and recover. So they'll do 1 minute of a body weight exercise followed by 30 seconds to complete 10 reps and then rest until the next round. When the next round starts, the loaded movement will change, and then the rep and recover is still the same thing. And then the third round, same thing. The timed movement will change, the rep movement stays the same. Round 1 is going to correlate to the first all-out and walk recovery from the treads. So 1 minute all-out, 30-second walk recovery. That's going to be round 1, so 1 minute 30 total. They'll do 1 minute of squats and then 30 seconds. Round 2, 45 seconds of the transverse goblet squat, which times up with the 45-second all-out. And of course, they have the 30-second walk recovery. That's where they do their 10 reps. And then for the 30-second all-out, they'll complete the alternating tall kneeling to squat for 30 seconds, 30 seconds to do squat jumps, rest, and then when they hit the 15-second all out, weight floor will be doing speed squats for 15 seconds. When it comes to demoing this, less is more. Recognize that the squat jump repeats multiple times. Obviously you would demo as far as like the step out squat, alternating transverse squat, kneel to squat, speed squat, jump squat, elbows wide. I mean, that's just hands are back here. They used to call it the prisoner squat, but for some reason they changed it. I don't think prisoners would be offended by that name, but it is what it is. When we look at the next block, which is going to be over at the rower, this is going to be a back-to-back where the member has a choice of either doing 10 reps of a goblet squat or 10 reps of a hammer curl followed by a 100-meter push row. They'll probably only get 2, maybe 3 rounds, if that. 10 squats, 10 hammer curls, 20 seconds. Strap in, get into the rower, knock out 100 meters. That's going to be another 30 to 40 seconds to complete. That's going to take about a minute. So yeah, they got 3-minute block here, so 2-3 rounds. That's really about it. Elevated heart rate is going to be the key thing here, just constant movement. The next block on the floor is going to be a coach's choice of the squat, followed by 16 bicycle crunches, and they have a circuit for 4 minutes as they do that. This one is, in the coach's note, they mentioned that they hit all planes of motions for this workout with different squats. So really choose any squat variation from the exercise, or you could even get creative. So they do make a call out of how about something that start and ends like in a squat, like the plank pop. It's a great little way to kind of mix it up. So that's just something to kind of think about. The other thing is, there's not a lot of unilateral work either. So maybe throwing in split squats might be another good choice for people to do. And do like, 5 on each side or 10 on each side for the split squats. Next block is going to be back at the rowers, another 3 minutes, and they'll have the choice of either sumo squat or the 2 dumbbell overhead tricep extension. This one's a unique one where obviously they have 2 weights. And it's a lot of stability on the shoulder as they extend up, and they're bringing the arms down and back up because that one weight isn't there to kind of keep everything in tight. They're going to have a slight rotation as they come down and back up, using very much lighter weights than what they usually do. But otherwise, same idea. They're probably going to get 2 or 3 rounds in that. And then the final block on the floor is the exact same as the first block. So they have the step out, alternating transverse squat, tall kneel squat, and the speed squat. And of course they have the 10 reps of rep and recover of the squat jumps. That's the 2G. It's a lot of talking, a lot of paying attention to time, so be aware of that. When we look at the 3G, similar idea, blocks 1 and 3 are repeats. Block 2 is that speed surge, and these are the exact same blocks that we saw in the 3G or in the 2G. They're gonna have 90-second recoveries between each block though, which is way more time because once again, you do have to explain some other stuff. When we look at the rowers, this is a situation where they don't have the choice. They will do upper body work in blocks 1 and 3. So they have a single arm shoulder press for 10 reps each side, and then a 100-meter push row. They have a 4-minute block for that. Ideally, they do both movements back to back, then rest. They should get 2 to 3 rounds, same thing. The third block, single dumbbell overhead tricep extension, same idea. They'll do that for 4 minutes until they do a 15-second all-out row with the treadmills. Second block is unique for the rower because they're going to be timed up with the treads, and the goal here is establish a push intensity 24 to 26 strokes per minute during the 30-second push, and then for the surge they're going to increase their stroke rate, no cap on that, and then be able to come back. So for 15 seconds, maybe crank it up 26 to 28 plus, and then be able to come back down to 24 to 26. So even though it is stroke rate based, it's still endurance because they are rowing for 3 minutes nonstop. And then when we look at the weight floor, this is going to be the exact same thing as the 2G. So block 1, they have the step out squat, alternating transverse squat, tall kneel squat, and speed squat when the treads are doing their all outs. And then they have 30 seconds to do squat jumps with the elbows wide for 10 reps, and then rest for whatever time is remaining. You'll see that in blocks 1 and 3. And then in the middle block, the second one, same thing, coach's choice for 10 reps, followed by 16 bicycle crunches. Lots of movement, lots of energy throughout the room here, and it's gonna be a lot of coaching from you too. So definitely choose your words wisely, take advantage of those opportunities to kind of catch your breath during the 1 minute all outs at the start, because you are nonstop talking for this workout. That's all I got for you guys on this one. As always, let me know what you think. Let me give me your feedback, anything. Coach you down.